6 years ago, I thought I was pretty good with money. I had just graduated as a dentist, I'd just gotten married, and we'd moved into our own apartment. But over the past 6 years, what I've come to realize is there's a big difference between financial education and financial literacy. And the truth is that most of these habits that have made the biggest difference are actually the smallest of changes that have compounded over a long period of time. And so small, repeatable, consistent changes are what will actually get you results going forward. And so in this video, I wanted to discuss some easy habits that you can start to implement straight away to make yourself a lot more financially literate. These habits are not complicated, they don't require a finance degree, they are small changes that are very practical and actionable and things that you can implement straight away. The first one is matching your money with your priorities. This is a habit which I wish I had taken into account much earlier in my career, because I've gone through phases where I've spent money on things which I thought were important or I thought made me look important, but in reality did not match with the priorities that I had at the time. For a long time, I spent money on the latest fashion, on the nicest cars, and eating out at really expensive restaurants. But the truth is that I didn't really need to do any of those things. And you should be spending your money on the things that actually are important to you. The thing is, you work hard for your money, and so you should be spending your money on the things that you care about, not the things that you think other people care about. And so some of the things that I've stopped spending on are clothes that I'm not going to wear, expensive dinners out, expensive delivery fees, and any impulse buys. And instead, I'm spending my money on things that do matter to me. So quality time with family and friends, holidays and experiences, health and fitness, education and books, as well as investing. And so something actionable that you can start to do straight away is first list your top 5 priorities, whether that be spending time with people that are close to you, whether it be your health and fitness, investing, whatever it may be. List those top 5 priorities. Then I want you to look back at your previous month's bank statement and see what you're actually spending on. You will then see a gap inevitably between what you're actually spending your money on and where your priorities lie. I want you to then spot the gap and close it. And that's something you can do straight away. So the second habit is having a monthly money date. This is the easiest habit on this entire list, in my opinion. All you need to do is set a specific date in the month where you will sit down with no distractions, just you, your laptop, and your bank statements. I want you to review your previous month's bank statement entirely. See what you're spending on, see what income you have coming in, check what goals you have, and most importantly, I want you to set a goal for the next month. And this is something actionable that you can then work towards for the following month. I don't want you to create 10 large goals to do for the following month. Keep it simple. One goal for the next month, and that could be anything. It can be saving an extra £100. It can be investing 1% extra compared to what you're currently doing. It could be cutting your takeaway bill by 20%. Whatever it may be, set a goal and work towards it. The third habit is to automate everything. Let's be honest. Remembering to pay your bills on time, remembering to transfer money from your current account to a savings account, and remembering to manage your subscriptions are extremely boring tasks and things which are massively overlooked if they aren't automated. By automating it, it makes it effortless, it makes it completely clean and smooth. By automating it, it frees up a lot of brain space for you to then concentrate on other tasks. This should all be happening in the background without you having to think about it. So you want to make sure that you automate any fixed expenses that are recurring. This means that as soon as you get paid, those bills are paid for. Also, automate savings from your main account into your savings account. So as soon as you get paid, that transfer is done. The beauty of automation is that it removes willpower from the equation. You make the decision once and then you forget about it forever. Start small, automate one thing this month and see how much of a weight it lifts off your shoulders. The fourth habit is starting to invest small and early. Investing small amounts frequently and consistently as early as you possibly can is the biggest driver of wealth accumulation. Keep it simple and start off small. Just invest in a low-cost index fund. This is where it tracks an entire market, and so the risk involved is extremely low. This can be done by absolutely anyone, whether you're at beginner level or whether you're slightly more advanced in your investing journey. If you want me to make a video on exactly what to invest in, how to do it, and where to do it, then drop a comment in the box below so I know that it's something which you're interested in. The fifth habit is to implement one thing that you've learned every single day. So people consume a huge amount of information, whether it be financial education or anything else. You watch YouTube videos like this, you may read a book, you watch your favorite podcasts, you watch a TV show, and you will always gain information and knowledge from these sources. What I want you to do is choose one thing from any of these areas that you've learned something from and implement it on that day straight away. Because the amount of information that we all consume is enormous in this day and age. But most people consume, but don't actually implement any of it. And so nothing actually changes in their life. So keep it simple. Don't try and do 5 or 10 things. Just choose one and implement it straight away. This could be something simple like opening up a high interest savings account that you've heard about. This could be about investing in something which you've just been told about on a podcast. This could be a budgeting tool that you've just learnt about. Whatever it may be, learn it, implement it straight away. Because by doing this, you are not just passively consuming information, you are actively implementing something that you've learnt. And that one small thing alone will put you ahead of 99% of people out there. Remember that small actions and consistency are what equals success. So don't overcomplicate it. The sixth habit is shying away from talking about money. Most people absolutely hate talking to others about money. They find it to be a taboo subject. They find it to be too personal and invasive. But the reality is that studies tell us that 62% of Americans do not talk about money with their friends or family. However, contradictory, 66% of Americans believe that by discussing money with their friends and family and their partners actually directly contributes to an increase in their wealth and financial freedom. So there's a huge dichotomy there between what we actually can see being important and what we actually do with our actions. And so you need to start to become comfortable talking about money with people around you, whether that be colleagues and discussing salaries and comparing with each other, whether that be your partner and actually discussing your financial goals going forward into the future, whether that be with your kids and educating them financially and making them financially literate. Just generally being able to discuss finances with the people around you is a huge unlock and can really open your mind up to achieving financial freedom in the future. Now, number 7 is slightly different. It's not a habit per se, it's more of a mindset shift. And that's reframing your mind for long-term delayed gratification. We now live in a world where we are constantly bombarded with instant gratification and we've all become used to it. If you want food, you can just order it on Uber Eats or Just Eat and you'll have it at your door within minutes. If you want constant entertainment, you can just pick it up and you'll have it on your phone at your fingertips. In this current day and age, whatever we want, we tend to get immediately. And so we've become acclimatized to this way of life. But the funny thing is, building wealth is completely different. Building wealth is actually the long game, and you need to be able to play that long game. Otherwise, you will never actually achieve that goal of wealth that you want. By becoming comfortable with long-term delayed gratification, it's a short-term sacrifice that your future you will 100% thank you for. The whole concept of investing for your future self is initially quite a difficult concept to wrap your mind around. And the reason for that is because initially you're going to have to learn to not spend on something today so that your future you can then have more money to spend at that time. Now, initially this will be quite difficult because it's almost an abstract thought about yourself in the future. But by understanding and becoming comfortable with delayed gratification, you will start to appreciate that it's not necessarily you sacrificing something now, but instead think of it as a gift to yourself in the future. because every pound that you save now is buying you more options, buying you more freedom, and buying you more security in the future. And the 8th habit is spending money on a skill. Now, this is one of those habits that feels like you're spending, but in fact you are investing, and you're investing in yourself, because no matter what you compare your investment to, there is no investment out there, whether it be stocks and shares or property or any business, that will bring you a larger ROI or return on investment as investing in yourself will. Your knowledge and your skills are two things that cannot be taken away from you. Your reputation, your network, your resources can all be removed and tarnished with time, but your knowledge and skills are the two things that will always stay with you. And so spending on a skill is something which you will receive a return on investment for the rest of your life. For example, if you spend £500 on a course, and that course gives you a skill and gives you the confidence to then produce a product or service that increases your income by, let's say, £1,000, then that £500 course has actually not been a £500 expense, but has been a 200% return on investment. And that return will compound every single year going forward after you have learned that skill. Now, there aren't many investments out there that can equal that level of return. Over the years, I've personally spent thousands and thousands of pounds on multiple courses. For example, on a dental course that may teach me the skill of composite bonding or Invisalign. Now, that one course may in itself be quite expensive and cost £2,000, £3,000, £4,000. However, it enables me, by developing that skill, to then offer this service to patients, and each one of those treatments can cost £3,000, £4,000, £5,000. And so just by having one patient and implementing that skill on one person, I've already returned the money that I spent on that course to begin with. And so the return on investment is absolutely huge. And so this shouldn't be underestimated. The money you spend doesn't have to be thousands and thousands of pounds. It can be extremely small. It can be just buying a book and reading that book, and that book is going to give you the knowledge and the skills that you can then implement in whatever field and industry you're in. The most important thing is making sure that the skill that you're learning is intentional. You don't want to be learning random skills that you're never actually going to implement. You want it to be a skill which you can implement almost immediately, and you can therefore articulate and see the return on investment straight away. So all of these habits that we've discussed are really easy, actionable, practical habits that you can start to implement immediately. Just keep it simple, don't put too much pressure on yourself, start to implement them and just learn as you go on. If you've enjoyed the content and learned something from this video, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe to the channel. My name is Dr. Minho, and I will see you in the next one.